What's going on, y'all? Thanks for checking in with Callie. Please like, subscribe if you haven't. So, a couple weeks ago, I didn't speak on this, but a couple weeks ago, there was Lavar Ball, and he made a wild hunch, and he has hopes and dreams that one of, if not all of his children of the Ball family, the Ball brothers, to play for the Clippers and to get traded to the Clippers and or be a part of the Clippers roster, however you want to say it. And, looking at the reports on it, you can actually, check it out on many sites. But it was just him speaking at one point. But now his talking about it, him speaking about it might actually have came into fruition, because after he made that statement, Steve Ballmer comes out and says, "That's my guy." So apparently they know each other or know of each other, and they might have hung out several times, once or twice, or who knows how much. Maybe they hang out every day. Maybe they speak every day. Who knows? But the point of the situation is that could be a scary thing for Clippers fans. The fact that Steve Ballmer actually is cool with LeVar Ball, and LeVar is definitely pushing for all three of his sons to be on the Clippers, and wishes and hopes and wishes that all three of them would be on the Clippers. That could be a scary thing for Clippers fans, because honestly, if they got all three or just one of, now what I'm hearing now, more so, the Charlotte Hornets might be interested in a trade proposal for LaMelo Ball, which is their star player. And of course, if that happens, I'm pretty sure the Clippers might actually look at him as a candidate of, bringing him aboard, simply because Steve Ballmer, likes LeVar Ball and or they know each other, and they've, hung out and things like that. So I'm pretty sure they've had many conversations about it. And there again, the Clippers have been an organization throughout the years to make bad decisions. And this would be a horrible decision to make to me. If you put all three on that team, that's going to be a disaster. Lonzo doesn't stay healthy enough. LiAngelo is not even good enough to stay in the NBA consistently. And LaMelo is good, but he's not one of those point guards that I could say that could really elevate your team to a championship level. Now, I think Lonzo could, but Lonzo doesn't stay healthy enough for him to do that. And Lonzo hasn't played in so long, you don't even know. It might take him a year or two to really get back into his rhythm, kind of how he was before he went out. So, I mean, you got to factor all that in. All that's got to be factored in this situation. And I just don't think that it would be an ideal fit for the Clippers if they're trying to win championships. Now, if they trade Kawhi Leonard, perhaps, or if Kawhi Leonard leaves the Clippers, let's say next year or something like that, this upcoming offseason, after this upcoming season is over, and they basically retool and rebuild and all that stuff with the team, then, okay, maybe then it would probably be fruitful for the Clippers, because that would be their ultimate future. All the Ball brothers, or LaMelo, one of the Ball brothers, 2 out of 3, or however many they choose to get, if that's the route the Clippers organization chooses to go. Now, that might be ideal, because that would just be a futuristic type situation. You got good future talent on your team, and you got a couple of picks. You have a couple draft picks by that time, 1 or 2. And, you got some good talent on the team now. So if that's what they're thinking, then yeah, maybe so then. But as long as you're in championship contention, in which you are, because you got Kawhi Leonard, you're definitely in that contention. You're definitely a contender, or you're at least, you're definitely in the running for one, because you have a player like him along with James Harden. The Ball brothers any one of them wouldn't be a good fit for the Clippers right now, I think. I just don't think it. I think it would just be more of a circus. It would be more of a entertainment type thing, putting more butts in the seats, but it wouldn't result in anything nowhere near close to championships. And I think if that's the case, then I think the Clippers are going in the opposite direction, which is the wrong direction and not the right one, if that's the decision they're going to make. Now, I wouldn't be surprised if this decision that they make, because they might actually go try to get Lonzo Ball. But why do you need a point guard like him? Why would you even entertain something like that? You got James Harden. James Harden is a good point guard. He's not the great player that he once was, but he's he's a great point. He's still a really good point guard, if you don't want to give him that much credit. He can distribute the ball. He does turn the ball over some, but he's been in more playoff situations. He's been in more big moments than LaMelo ever has. And LaMelo plays for the Hornets. He ain't never going to be in no big moments or no big situations or be used to no big situations because the Hornets don't even ever make the playoffs. So he doesn't even really have playoff experience. I mean, he might have been in the playoff once since he's been in the NBA, but I doubt that. But I mean, I don't pay attention to the Hornets much, but I don't remember seeing them in the playoffs anytime or the play-in tournament or anything like that. Maybe they have. Maybe I just missed it or forgot about it. But point being, he's not going to get much playoff experience, big moments experience with a team like that. So you put him on a team like the Clippers, the only logical reason to put him on there is if you have nobody else. Like if Kawhi Leonard leaves, that's the only logical reason that you would put him on there. Because other than that, it's no other reason to put somebody like him on this team when you already have a certified point guard in James Harden, who has more experience, who's been a superstar in this league, who's still revered as a superstar in this league. And, he still can, give you some very, very good productive games like he did last year. And, be more so accountable in regards to playing most of the games as he did last year. Because I only think he missed a few games last season. So his durability is even better than LaMelo's, even at this stage of his career, technically. So, I mean, it would just be a waste. But, I mean, if they're doing that for the future, if they decide to go that route for the future, if, like I said, Kawhi Leonard leaves or something, that's the only way it would really make sense. But, I mean, honestly, with Lawrence Frank in the office, who knows? That guy is just horrible at making decisions. I think the worst thing that happened to the Clippers was when Jerry West passed, because Jerry West did put some good pieces in there that could make that could make the Clippers contenders, and he did. The only problem is Kawhi Leonard couldn't stay healthy because the Clippers then had some really good talent. They had DeMarcus Cousins, they had Rajon Rondo. Paul George, of course, Kawhi is still there. Now you got, James Harden, they've had some really good, pieces, there and everything, to be a contender with good role players surrounding those star players too, along with, Russell Westbrook, players like that. So, I mean, Jerry West really over these last 4 or 5 years before, he passed or whatever, he really put some good talent on this team. They just couldn't stay healthy enough to make a run at it, which is not his fault, not the player's fault either, or not Kawhi's fault either, who couldn't stay healthy. But at the same time, it just didn't work out due to health. It didn't work out. It's not like it didn't work out because they didn't have the talent and Jerry West wasn't, pushing for the right pieces to be there. But now that he's not around, I just can see things going left, honestly, a whole lot. And the fact that the Clippers are even entertaining something like this is not the way to go. But I mean, like I said, you leave any comments in the comment section. Let me know what you think, and let me know if you think LaMelo will be a good fit with the Clippers, whether Kawhi is there or not. And hey, we'll talk about it.